I noticed that the living room door was cracked. Tell me how Simba was missing for a day. There was a cat that was stuck in the bathroom wall. One of these bum lame is in this building stole my Shein package. I got the stomach bug, y'all, so just be mentally prepared for what I'm about to say the rest of this video. 5 days. 5 days, y'all. Your girl did not talk.
Everybody don't respect the shoe, but the one in front of the gun lives forever.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. This is your first time seeing me. Hello, it's your girl Diamond Janae here on YouTube, and as you guys can see by the title, today your girl is doing another life update video. Once again, your girl took an unintended very long break from YouTube.
Oh brother, this guy stinks!
But throughout this video, y'all kind of get updated as far as everything that you guys have currently missed. Of course, as well to the vlog that I just posted on my channel as well. That vlog is back from the end of January. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and edit this, John, because this is literally the last vlog that I did before me and my brother officially moved. Again, I'm probably going to put it somewhere in the title anyways. But as you guys can see, we are in a new space. But your girl finally got her couches back. Your girl finally got her bed frame back. I'm super freaking excited about that. But yeah, like I said before, this video I'm just going to be giving you guys all the nitty-gritty of everything that you guys have missed from me basically since the holidays and all that good fun stuff. Yeah, without further ado, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl down below for more lifestyle content, beauty content, wig reviews. I am doing a wig review for this wig as well, so definitely make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. But yeah, y'all, so like I mentioned before, me and my brother officially finally moved. We're finally in the new place. We're finally settled for the most part. I feel like the only thing we're pretty much doing now is kind of like reorganizing some stuff still, just because this apartment is on the smaller side, and it was especially for me, I have a lot of stuff, so that's definitely been a thing. But for the most part, we're pretty much acclimated. As of now, we have literally been in this apartment for about a month and a half now, because today is actually March 15th, which also, quick side note, big shout out to my nephew, because my nephew did officially turn 2 today. It's just so crazy how time flies, guys. Like, oh my gosh. So let me just go ahead and rewind to when we found out we were moving and when we found out we were gonna get this apartment, right? Literally, y'all, we ended up moving within like 2 weeks of us saying that, yeah, we wanted this apartment, because my brother had hit me up in the middle of January and basically was like, hey, like, what do you think about this apartment? Because even before that, like before Christmas and stuff, we did revisit the whole like, okay, like, when are you trying to move? When are we gonna have the money, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Another thing is too, me and my brother did not take any of our kitchen stuff with us for the most part, because again, for some of you guys that may or may not know, for the last life update video, we did have a really bad mouse problem, hence why we even got Simba, my cat, in the first place. Listen, at the end of the day, we honest and transparent on this channel. This is my real life, okay? Like, I had to deal with mice, and it was really bad to the point where we just caved and just got a cat. So I had told my brother, like, hey, to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna have all the money until like March, but if you do find something and you're willing to cover all the costs and you're okay with me owing you however much money I'm gonna owe you at that point, then we can go ahead and move ahead and do that. So he was like, okay, bet, that's cool, to sign the third. So then lo and behold, we ended up finding this apartment. My brother ended up having the money to cover everything. We ended up moving into this apartment February, actually no, it was January 31st that we officially started moving in, and we got the U-Haul and all that stuff, right? Mind you, the crazy thing is too, like, we ended up getting a 3-bedroom apartment, so that checked off a big box for us, because of course my brother did want my nephew to have his own room. And on top of that, the rent's really not that bad. Like, it's actually under what our max was. And then on top of that too, again, the apartment itself is really nice, don't get me wrong. It's just, again, the rooms are a little bit more on the smaller side. But I will say though too, just to backtrack real quick, before we even moved, I forget if it was the Monday before or the Monday of the week of that we were moving, tell me how Simba was missing for a day. Actually, Actually, no, let me not drag it. He wasn't missing for a whole day, but he was missing for 12 hours. And when I tell you guys, that was probably the most nerve-wracking morning that I've had in a minute, because basically it's so crazy because the night before, right, I had went to go outside real quick to throw the trash out, right? And when I came back inside, laid down, yada, 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 because like it was like right before I was getting ready to go to bed, right? As I'm laying down and I'm about to go to sleep, something told me in my mind, and now I know of course it was God, but something told me double check the lock. I did not double check the lock, and lo and behold, I woke, mind you, I went to bed around like 10, 11 at night. I woke up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready for the gym. By the time I actually went into the living room, I noticed that the living room door was cracked. Yeah, exactly. Mind you, nobody broke in the house or nothing like that, but like y'all know how like you'll have that door where like you really have to like close it to make sure it's closed because like the latch might not be like the most on point. That's how my living room front door is. So because of the fact that I did not make sure the door was actually closed when I came back in the house for throwing my trash out, that's how Simba got out. Because mind you, even before that, Simba had got out, but I was literally able to find him like 10 minutes later because he ended up being in the basement. So I was able to find him like that. So literally when it happened again, that was the first place I looked. I'm like, okay, let me look in the basement, because at this point now I'm thinking to myself like, okay, like how long was he out of the house for? Because again, I literally went to bed around 10, 11. So I literally have no idea what time Simba actually got out of the house. So I'm over here freaking out because I'm like, bro, like I was planning on going to the gym, and on top of that I did have to stop at Render's to grab something or whatever. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I have to hurry up and try to find him. So I went downstairs in the basement, could not find him. I'm literally checking every single nook and cranny, could not find him. So now I'm over here like, damn, like I can't call the Humane Society. I can't start knocking on my neighbors' doors because again, y'all, at this point it's like 6 in the morning. I'm not gonna be banging and knocking on people's doors at 6 in the morning. I'm not doing all that. Like that, to me, that's very rude. Like unless it was an emergency, I'm not gonna be banging on nobody's door like that. So I'm like, okay, trying to find him in the house, couldn't find him in the house. Again, I'm literally trying to check the basement. I'm literally going up and down the steps of the apartment building to see if he might be like somewhere in the building. Still could not find him. At this point, I'm like, bro, like did he get outside somehow? Like I'm over here trying to think like, yo, like where could he, like is there a way that somebody maybe saw him and he like dashed out the door or something like that? Like I'm just like, bro, like I literally have no idea where this cat's at. I ended up calling my manager. I'm like, hey, my cat's missing, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, quick side note, when it comes to my job, my job is very, and I mean very good when it comes to weird situations happening. Like my manager is literally so understanding. Love her down, love her so much. But yeah, I had called my manager, let her know everything that was going on, and I had asked her, I was like, hey, is there any possible way that I can just work from home today? Because like God forbid, like if I get a call or anything like that, it would be nice for me to just be able to jump up and go and get him or anything like that, and it'll just make my mind more at ease. Because I told her, I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna be able to focus at work if I still can't find my cat. So she said, yeah, that's fine. So then I ended up going to work before I started at 8 to grab my work stuff and my laptop and stuff. And then when I had came home, sat down, set my laptop up, conveniently enough, see God, this is how y'all know that God loves your girl. Conveniently enough, all of a sudden the VPN wasn't working. Not even just people working from home, but also for people in the office. So when I tell you, literally nobody was able to work at all. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because instead of me just sitting here, because I literally can't do my job, like literally nobody can get into any of the systems. So everybody's literally just sitting around twiddling their thumbs waiting for the IT department to fix everything, right? So I was like, okay, well, let me get my black behind up and continue to try to find my cat. So then the craziest thing, right? So I did put a sign on my door just in case any of my neighbors would happen to see it. And then I also did put 2 signs outside near my house, right? And it's so crazy because when I had put the one sign up, and then when I had went back in the house to grab the other sign and then go back out again, this one lady had saw my sign, and then we started chopping it up and stuff, and she was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry you lost your cat, like I don't know what I would do, like I have 3 cats of my own and this, that, and the third. And she was like, oh my gosh, and then she's asking me a bunch of questions to like try to help like figure out where he might be and stuff like that. And she was so nice and she was so sweet. Her name is Kay, so big shout out to you, Kay, if you happen to be seeing this. But she was so sweet. Fast forward to about another hour later, right? Because mind you, at this time too, like I'm periodically checking my computer and checking my email to see if like the VPN is up again and stuff like that, and so far I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, okay, now at this point it's like 9 something in the morning, right? So I'm like, okay, well, it should be early enough. Let me go ahead and start knocking on people's doors, right? Mind you, the crazy thing about that is too, instead of me knocking on everybody's door on the first floor and then working my way up, I decided to just go to the top floor first and then work my way down. But when I did that, tell me how the first door that I knocked on, the lady opened the door. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I just wanted to know if you saw a cream colored tabby cat. I'm over here, you know, explaining what he looks like and stuff. And she's like, oh yeah, I saw your sign downstairs. And then she was like, oh yeah, like I think he got out before, didn't he? I was like, yeah, it did happen before, you know, a couple weeks ago and stuff like that. And she didn't see him. But the craziest thing is, while we're talking, because mind you, her door is like right here, right? The other apartment that's like on like this side over here, like basically her neighbor like across the hall, all of a sudden he opens the door and he's like, oh hey, are you talking about this cat? And lo and behold, there's Simba just standing there in the doorway. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, yes, that's him. And I'm just like, what, so you just having a random sleepover with some random man? And then the guy was like, oh yeah, like I saw like when I had came home last night, like he was outside in the hallway, he ran into my house and he wouldn't leave my house. Then on top of that too, when I went to go try to grab Simba, tell me how Simba ran back in the house. I said, now you ain't gonna sit up here and make it seem like I'm over here abusing you and you don't want to be with me. Simba, you have lost your damn mind. If you don't come the fuck out here. So the guy ended up getting Simba or whatever, and then I ended up getting Simba. And at this point, I think Simba was just scared and overwhelmed because again, Simba has literally not left my house since we picked him up from the pet hospital, bro. Like he does not go outside at all. He's literally always at home. But anyway, so I go ahead and grab him. Simba's over here clenching and holding on to me for dear life. I'm like, all right, Simba, you can calm down now. Like when I tell y'all, I thank God I clipped his claws because he definitely would have dug his nails into me if his claws were sharp. So then fast forward to when me and my brother actually moved. I did actually do some vlog clips as well during the move, so I'm just gonna go ahead and insert those right now.
First I want for sure you gon' need 3 promoters. I got the body from Jim Millis, but I had switched the motors. Got a badass bitch running around this bitch, they all the colors. Yeah, I just told her make a story. I just bought all the Trojans. Yeah.
5'5".
I swear that's what I put the first time.
I'm not gonna hold you down. I was about to say because you should, it's C something and these is just the numbers. I'm trying to think because remember we had the, yeah, sorry. I don't know why, but for some reason when I'm not in my car, it's not an automatic thing for me. Yeah, y'all, we getting it done. We getting it motherfucking done. I low-key thought I forgot my keys at first. Child, I would have been struggling, okay? Because then we would have had to get a locksmith. All right, y'all, this is officially empty. It has been an era, but the era has come to an end. Praise the Lord. Y'all, every single thing is out of this U-Haul truck except for my treadmill. We're actually about to head over to Malaysia's house in like 5 minutes or so to go ahead and drop the treadmill off because big shout out to Malaysia. My sister's living in a house, so she got a basement. But I am literally exhausted, but I'm so happy we got the most pain in the butt thing done. And now tonight and tomorrow is just gonna be focused towards organizing. So that's gonna be fun, but at least it's not gonna be as physically demanding. Like I am exhausted. Like, and that's not even talk about how your girl is way overdue to get some maintenance done. Like I literally had to clip my nails. I didn't even soak these off yet. Child, anyways. But yeah, y'all, so the general synopsis, I ended up paying for the U-Haul. Us getting the U-Haul took 2 seconds. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a lot more work than it actually was, but honestly, me and my brother packing everything out of my storage onto the U-Haul was actually the easy part. Not even gonna lie, like I feel like me and my brother literally cleared out my we literally cleared out my storage unit in under an hour. Like it really was not that bad at all to clear out, so that was really nice. I will say though, moving everything from the moving truck into the apartment, that was a motherfucking struggle, okay? That was the motherfucking hard part, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, mind you, we live on the second floor now and we're in the back, so it's just like, bro, so that was such a struggle, but honestly we got through it. Thank God this random guy decided to like help us move the stuff upstairs, so I didn't have to worry about moving the bigger couch, which I was so happy and grateful for, because y'all, that smaller couch, that love seat, that John almost took me out. So I just thank God they got that. And then they also did bring my brother's dresser upstairs too. Once we got settled in and stuff, honestly I feel like I really was not in the mood to vlog like that either, just because like there were literally boxes everywhere, and then on top of that it was one of those things where like I had so much stuff. I really just wanted to focus on, okay, how the hell am I gonna organize this and make my room functional? Because yeah, it's one thing to be able to have stuff tucked away and stuff to look neat and nice and dandy and whatnot, but it's a whole nother thing to actually be able to have your storage be functional and not feel like you have to jump through all these hoops to grab certain items, you know what I mean? So that was like the main thing that I was focused on. Also too, quick side note, tell me how literally the first night that we officially moved in and slept in here, there was a cat that was stuck in the bathroom wall. Like I'm gonna insert a clip in here real quick so you guys can see. Oh, so this is the door, or like the part of the wall I was talking about. So as you guys can see, thankfully we were able to take this off and put it back on, so we were able to get the cat. But yeah, right in here is where the cat was for like a whole, I don't even know how many days. That drum was crazy. But yeah, y'all, like that was literally insane. Like there was literally a whole cat in the wall, and it's like at that point, like me and my brother couldn't tell whether or not the cat was really stuck in the wall or if that was just another tunnel and that was just a chill spot. Because mind you, that's another thing, there's mad cats around here. Like I feel like almost every single person in this building has a pet cat, but we also do have a lot of street cats that hang around the neighborhood and stuff like that. So we couldn't tell if that cat actually needed to be taken out or that cat was just chilling in there because that's like one of their chill spots. But the fact that like all the way up until Saturday, I was still hearing the cat meowing in the wall in the exact same spot. Like even when I would tap on the wall, the cat, I would hear the cat like trying to claw out the wall or whatever. We ended up taking the cat to the, well, my brother ended up taking the cat because I didn't go, but he ended up taking the cat to the Humane Society and got everything situated with that. But I'm just like, bro, like how the heck is this literally our first night here or we're already going through something like this? Like that is literally insane to me. All right, y'all, so the next thing I guess I can kind of talk about real quick is about how like my room setup was. When I tell you guys, I was so scared. I don't know why in my mind I thought that me setting up my queen size bed frame was gonna be such a hassle, because mind you, my main fear was that I wasn't gonna have enough space for my queen size bed frame to even be in my room because of the way the doors are set up. Because mind you, the way this apartment's set up, this is one of those apartments that you gotta walk through rooms. So like that's one of the cons I will say when it comes to living here. It's the parking out front, the package bandits, which I'm gonna get into in a second, and then also the fact that I have to walk through rooms to get to other rooms. But it's like, again, a lot of it has been like us just trying to find different ways to store things to make things more congested, just so it's not overpowering the apartment. I will say the living room's a decent size. We do have a big size kitchen, so that's definitely a big pro, because that's one of the things that me and my brother were definitely looking for. Like we wanted to have more kitchen space. We don't have a lot of counter space, unfortunately, but again, beggars can't be choosers. So yeah, so let me go ahead and give you all a quick story time as well as far as the whole package bandit situation goes, which still, this saga is not 100% over. So definitely, again, tune into your girl's future vlogs, because of course we will be talking about that on a more day-to-day type of basis. Because basically what ended up happening was, again, of course, along with us moving and stuff like that, your girl ended up ordering a new desk chair. I ended up ordering a 6-foot mirror, which I love so motherfucking much. Like when I tell y'all, listen, Sheen is that girl, okay? And then I ended up ordering like a few other like random like organizational type things, right? Like I even bought like a hook for like to like hang my purses up and stuff like that. So like all knickknacks and stuff. And then I also did buy a black pair of slippers, which to this day I'm very pissed that they ended up getting stolen. But with all that being said, thank God my like the big stuff like my mirror and my desk chair, that didn't get stolen. But all of the other smaller items that I purchased, that package ended up getting stolen, because Shein has that really annoying thing where like I'll get the notification because like I was at work, right? And at like 2 o'clock is when I got the text message from Shein saying, oh hey, your package was delivered. Mind you, at this point I'm nervous because my packages from Shein always get delivered hours before I get that Shein text message notification, because usually I'll look on the Shein app and I'll see like, oh okay, my package is out for delivery today. That's accurate. But as far as like the push text message notifications, those aren't accurate. So I always make it a point to double check the USPS tracking number to see like, okay, like is it out for delivery this, that, and the third, or did it get delivered yet. Like that's usually how I do things. But because of the fact that I wasn't really paying attention to exactly when this Shein package was supposed to get delivered, because again, I already got my desk chair and I already got my mirror. So those were the two big ticket items that I was the most excited about. Everything else was like, yeah, of course I wanted it because I paid for it, but it wasn't like I was like super pressed to hurry up and get those items. You know what I mean? So I wasn't on top of when they were actually going to ship out, and they actually ended up shipping out sooner than I thought they were on top of that. So that was like another layer added onto it. I get home, I didn't see anything downstairs. So I'm over here assuming that either A, Jasmine grabbed it and it's finna be on the top of the steps where my door is at, or B, my brother grabbed it and it was in the living room. I go upstairs, my package wasn't on the steps. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I go inside the house, my package wasn't in the living room. I'm like, okay. I go in my room, my package wasn't in my room either. So I texted literally Jasmine and my brother. I was like, hey, did you guys happen to see my Shein package? Both of them said no. As soon as both of them said no, I already knew one of these bum lame is in this building stole my Shein package. Nigga, when I tell y'all, I literally was about to crash out. Like I literally was about to crash out, because who in the do you think you are to be touching my But it was also one of those things where I was literally livid for like a minute and then I calmed down. And it was like one of those weird situations where like, you know that you want to be mad about a situation, but for some reason you just can't bring yourself to be mad anymore. And then that's when God had to check me like, yo, like,
why are you forcefully trying to make yourself upset right now?
Right now I'm just like, Lord, but like I should be upset right now because somebody stole my packages. Like, what do you mean? But I'm like, you know what? Yeah, Lord, you got a point. If I'm not mad, I'm not mad. Let me not force myself to be mad. It is what it is. So I went ahead, disputed it. I was like, hey, my package didn't get delivered. So I ended up doing that, and then thank God I was able to get my money refunded for those items. So that was fine and dandy. But it's like, again, it's the principle. So ever since then, I've been super paranoid when it comes to getting packages delivered. Like now I'm on it. Like I'm constantly checking like, okay, did it get delivered? Did it get dropped off? And even then I also make it a point to know like, okay, like is my brother gonna be home at this time? Is Jasmine gonna be home at this time? Because me and Jasmine have definitely been in sync when it comes to packages. Also too, I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention that, y'all, me and Jasmine are neighbors now. Like I literally moved into Jasmine's building and I had no idea until the day that me and my friends all went out to brunch together. Again, that is in the last vlog. But it was so funny because like, cause we were about to go to the hair store after we had got done at the restaurant or whatever. And I was telling her, I was like, oh yeah, I moved to such and such, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, wait a minute, that's my address. Anyways, but yeah, so me and Jasmine are neighbors now, so that's lit. So yeah, so like me and Jasmine have been very much in sync. Like it's so funny, like the minute Jasmine texts me saying she got her package delivered, I'm downstairs. Because mind you, I always have my phone on me, and most of the time when I'm home, especially now that the living room is pretty much together, I'm always chilling in the living room, or it's rare that I'm chilling in my room. But either way, like I jump up and I'm always able to grab the package literally within like a minute or two, as long as I get the notification, I see it. We be like this with it. Like we, big shout out to Jasmine, bro, because we be like this with it. Mind you, the funny thing about this whole situation is I'm like 99% sure that I know what apartment it is, at least, because mind you, like of course, like everybody lives with multiple people for the most part in this building too, which is normal. So it's just like somebody in that first floor apartment be stealing people's packages. Either that, or it's one of them people, or it's one of their friends or whatever that be coming over. But according to Jasmine, there be mad niggas that be coming in and out of that first floor apartment or whatever. And mind you, I'm gonna insert a clip real quick so you guys can see.
This is what I was talking about. How the hell are bum ass niggas stealing people's packages in this building, but none of this stuff gets touched?
But yeah, so it's just like, to me, it's like, how the hell do you have all of this stuff sitting out in the hallway 24/7 and none of your stuff gets touched? But then my package got stolen and Jasmine's packages have gotten stolen in the past too. So I know for a fact it's somebody in that apartment that's over here stealing people's packages. And it sucks because it's like, I can't just assume, like, for example, if it's homegirl stuff, because it look like a bunch of nail stuff or whatever, I can't guarantee if it was homegirl that stole it or if it was like her man or like her brother, cousin, whatever. Like again, I don't know all the peoples that be up in that apartment or whatever, but a big part of me wanted to smash all her shit and just throw everything outside. But I'm like, no, because what if it wasn't even her? You know what I'm saying? But I will say for sure, if I do happen to see somebody coming up out of that apartment with a black pair of slippers on, I'm punching them in their face. I don't care. But yeah, y'all, but big shout out to Malaysia, because she did come over to help me organize some more when as far as my house goes. And then she also did set up my bed frame for me. Super excited excited about that. I will say the only thing that I'm still tripping on to this day is the fact that we had all the pieces for my bed frame, but then there were 2 wooden planks that were missing. So if you want to be technical, I can't sit at the edge of my bed. Like, I can lay on my bed, sleep on my bed fine, because again, it's been like a month at this point since my bed frame's been set up. But for some reason, I don't know why there was only 1 plank to like hold the bed. So I literally have 1 plank that's right in the middle, and then basically everything else that I put in under my bed as far as like extra like storage space and stuff like that. Like my shoes are under my bed now, and then I just have a bunch of like other just random stuff that I don't use on a regular basis that's under my bed. But yeah, like I'm really tripping because I'm like, bro, like where are those other 2 planks at? Because she had a point, she was like, girl, like you had to have had the other planks, because when you had your bed set up at your apartment, again, I was able to sit at the edge of my bed. Like I did a couple sit down videos sitting at the edge of my bed, so like my bed never felt wobbly. And I'm like, bro, like I had to have had those other 2 planks, but I'm like, bro, like I literally have no idea what happened to those planks, because mind you, again, we had to clear everything out of my storage. Like we literally did not leave anything in my storage at all, because we had to show a picture and everything for me to make sure that I can officially close it and not get charged. So I really feel as though when we were moving and hustling and bustling, when we moved in my apartment, I really feel as though we left those 2 planks outside in the backyard area, because there's literally no other way that those planks just magically just went missing. And because it's like, again, every single thing else that I put in my storage was there, so it's not like somebody went up in there and took anything. So I'm still very much confused by that. So it's like one of those things where like I do need to make it a point to go to like Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever to like get planks made so I can just put it on there. But it's like, again, I can technically still sleep in my bed, so it's kind of been like pushed to the wayside a little bit. Not even finna hold y'all. But big shout out to Village for coming over and helping me, and I actually do want her to come over and help me decorate as well, because I am slowly but surely picking up more like decorative type pieces from my room as well. I am currently working on getting more greenery in the house as far as like house plants and stuff, especially with the weather getting better. So again, definitely stay tuned into the vlogs, since you'll be getting more recent updates as far as that goes. All right guys, so just to fast forward a little bit, big shout out to TT and Jasmine. Jasmine's birthday was on February 13th, and then TT's birthday was February 15th. I mean, sorry, February 14th. And also a big shout out to their little sister Deja as well, because her birthday was the 15th. So TT did throw a get together like birthday party type of thing for her and her sister. For Jasmine, it was more like a surprise type of situation. So I did go to that, and I did vlog a little bit of that as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and insert that here. But yeah, y'all, that night was so much fun though. That buffalo chicken dip and that food was busting, but I didn't think they was finna cook. So when I saw that plate, when I saw them getting plates of food and stuff, and the one woman offered me a plate, I was like, don't gotta tell me mother freaking twice. Like, oh, I felt so bad because I really don't remember anybody's names, but like everybody was so cool. It was such great vibes. I will say shout out to the person that ended up getting pew-pewed, because someone got pew-pewed like 2-3 blocks down when we was over there. I don't know exactly everything that happened with that particular situation, because like cops were called and all that stuff, so hopefully they're good. But other than that, the rest of the night, at least for us, was pretty chilling. That get together definitely did not pan out like the other get together, quote unquote, that me and Jasmine had went to a couple months ago, which again, definitely check out the last vlog so y'all can get at least a little bit more tea as far as that goes. All right, y'all, so the last topic that I wanted to go ahead and touch on was the fact that your girl was literally sick for a whole week. So basically what ended up happening was, right, that Saturday, so March 1st, Malaysia had hit me up and she was like,
oh, hey girl, come and get a plate.
Right, because mind you, she made ribs, she made mac and cheese, she made collard greens, she made cornbread. So I'm like, okay, bet it ain't nothing but a motherfucking word, right? So I went ahead, stopped at her house, grabbed the plate, and then I had stopped at Wawa and Renner's, right? And then I had came back home. So then later at night, I will say probably like around like 6-7 o'clock at night, that's when I decided to go ahead and eat the plate of food that I got from her, right? Fast forward to 5-6 o'clock in the morning, right? Bro, mind you, I'm laying there and like I'm the type of person, like in the morning I pretty much know when my brother gets up and stuff like that. So like I try not to be an a-hole and like be in the bathroom knowing that he needs to go to the bathroom to like get ready to like go to work or get ready to go to school and stuff like that. So I'm sitting there waiting until my brother leaves, right? So then as soon as he leaves, I go ahead, I jump up, I go to the bathroom, get the trash can, because it's like one of those things where like I know I'm gonna throw up and I can control it, but I know that as soon as I get to the bathroom, it's gonna because like, you know, almost like how like you have to pee really bad and you can hold it, but as soon as you're just about to get to the bathroom, that's when like you're really about to go. You gotta hurry up and get yourself situated. It was like that. So I ended up going to the bathroom, ended up throwing up out of both ways, not trying to be TMI. I got the stomach bug, y'all, so just be mentally prepared for what I'm about to say the rest of this video. At first, I was genuinely hoping and praying that this was just some type of food poisoning, but at the end of the day, it's Malaysia and she's very clean and she does not play when it comes to her food at all. Like, this girl is a legit chef, y'all. So I was really hoping that was the case. So it was one of those situations where like I just threw up all the food that she made and then I'll be good for the rest of the day. Wrong, no, your girl got the stomach bug, unfortunately. So then Jasmine, big shout out to her, she ended up stopping at the corner store and picking up some stuff for me. Crazy thing is though, right, when I went to go make the chicken noodle soup, something told me, and of course I know it was God, but God basically was like, check the expiration date. Why do I go and flip that can of chicken noodle soup over? That John expired last year in September. For a can of soup to sit up there and expire, you know that can of soup's been sitting up in that store for years at this point. Like, that is honestly, I thank God that God warned me, and not only that, but I actually listened to what God said, because bro, only God knows how much more my stomach would have been jacked up if I would have ate that soup, because it didn't smell funny. But like, bro, the fact that it literally says September 2024 and it was a can of soup, absolutely not. So basically all day Sunday, literally could not keep anything down. Like, bro, like I couldn't even keep water and Gatorade down. I would literally take a couple sips and then throw it up like 15-20 minutes later. So literally Sunday was horrible. Mind you, in my mind, every single time I've gotten a stomach virus in the past, it's always been a 24-hour thing. Like, it's literally always been a thing where I'll be sick as a dog all day, but by 6-7 p.m. I can eat a bowl of chicken noodle soup and sip on some Gatorade and sip in some water, and then I'll be fine the next day. I still won't go back to work, and like I'll still take that extra day to recover, but that extra day to recover, that's all I would need, and then I'll be good to go and I won't be sick anymore and I can eat like a normal person again, right?
Not this time around.
Sunday, sick as a dog. Monday, same thing, sick as a dog. Same thing, could not keep anything down to save my life. Kept throwing up everything I was drinking / trying to eat. Tuesday, at that point, I just gave up on even trying to eat or drink anything for the most part. I was taking very, very, very tiny sips of water, but it was becoming very frustrating because I just wanted to take big old gulps, so at that point I was thirsty. But I literally could not afford to take more than a couple sips at a time without worrying about throwing up. Like, my stomach was so sensitive, it was ridiculous. Wednesday comes around, same thing. So mind you, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that's 4 days, y'all. For a whole 4 days, I did not eat any. Okay, that's a lie. I ate stuff, but I literally could not keep anything down. So essentially, I haven't been eating and drinking barely anything for 4 days. So then Thursday comes around. Thursday, actually, no, backtrack. Wednesday, I was able to take a couple sips of chicken broth, but that was pretty much it. Thursday comes around. Now, Thursday at this point, I'm like, okay, like, I don't think I'm nauseous and sick as far as the stomach bug. I think at that point, I was more nauseous and sick because of the fact that I haven't been eating. So that struggle of not wanting to eat but forcing yourself to eat is such a thing. Like, bro, it literally took me basically an hour to eat half of the can of chicken noodle soup. An hour of me slowly just taking small sips, taking small bites, having to get up multiple times to reheat the soup because the soup would get cold. Like, when I tell y'all, that was literally the most horrible experience. Mind you, Friday morning, because of the fact that I was forcing myself to eat and drink throughout the day, I definitely do feel as though that's the reason why Friday morning I finally woke up, and for the first time since Saturday, I was not nauseous. I wasn't nauseous. My stomach wasn't hurting, because that's another thing. Like, my stomach was cramping bad because of the fact that I wasn't eating, because I couldn't keep anything down, bro. Like, that was literally the worst 5 days of my life. Then on top of that too, I was literally walking around squeaking, sounding like a teenage boy going through puberty, because of the fact that that's another thing. Every single time I would open my mouth to say something, I would feel like I was about to throw up. So I literally did not talk. Sunday, I didn't say anything. Monday, I didn't say anything. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, did not say anything for 5 days. 5 days, y'all, your girl did not talk. The talkaholic blabbermouth that I am, me, I did not talk for 5 days. Y'all know how insane that sounds? Like, honestly, if I didn't personally live through it myself, I would not believe myself.
Like, girl, what you mean you didn't talk for 5 days?
No, like, I literally dead ass did not talk for 5 days. Like, every time my brother would like check in on me, like, hey, how are you feeling? I'll just be like this. Literally just, Because every time I would go to try to say something, I literally would feel like I was about to vomit. Like, bro, it was that fucking bad. So then Friday comes along, mind you, at this point, because mind you, every day I'm telling my manager, can't come in, can't come in, can't come in, keeping my manager updated, can't come in. So then my manager basically told me, she was like, hey, listen, take all the time that you need, just keep me updated, but I just want to give you a heads up, because of the fact that you missed work for more than 3 days, in order for you to come back to work, we're gonna need a doctor's note. So like, okay, cool, that makes sense, whatever, whatever. So then Friday, when I finally woke up and felt better, finally, thank you Jesus, and then I had went over and headed out to patient care so I can go ahead and get that doctor's note or whatever. So of course, talk to the doctor, talk to the nurse, basically explain everything I was already telling you guys. Oh, also too, big shout out to my brother, because the Pedialyte that he got me as well, 1010%, I definitely do feel as though that made a big difference as well, because that drinking Pedialyte is like literally the best thing that you can take for rehydration. Like, it's literally like 2-3 times better than taking like Powerade and Gatorade. So if for anybody out there that you're severely dehydrated, God forbid if you get the stomach bug or anything like that, definitely make it a point to drink Pedialyte. I will say, because I'm gonna tell y'all in a little bit how I ended up messing myself up later on that day, so definitely stay tuned. But definitely do not go over the serving size when it comes to Pedialyte, especially if you have a child that you're gonna try to like put on it or whatever. Anything that you take too much of can be a bad thing, and I definitely did mess around and find out, but again, I'll talk about that more in a little bit. So I went to patient first, got checked out, got the doctor's note, got everything situated with that. Thank God there was nothing crazy. I didn't have any severe dehydration. It was basically just my body fighting off like the last little bit of whatever. So I was cleared, everything was good to go, got that situated, right? So I'm on top of the world, like my appetite's coming back, like I'm ready to eat. But mind you, I understand that I can't go buck wild crazy and like get McDonald's or something like that. So what I ended up doing was, when I came back to the house, I'm like, okay, like my appetite's back. I associated like, oh, okay, if I have my appetite again, that means that I can basically eat like normal again. But again, not going buck wild crazy with the fast food, but I thought I can at least eat like a normal person, right? Wrong. So what ended up happening was, I'm like, okay, well, I'm tired of just eating chicken noodle soup, but I'm in the mood for like a cute like soup and sandwich combo, right? So mind you, I finally have an appetite since Saturday. Like almost a whole week later, I finally have an appetite, right? Bro, that, when I tell you guys, I messed myself up, okay? Ended up eating that whole entire can of chicken noodle soup plus the sandwich, and on top of that, I'm literally drinking this Pedialyte like it's regular juice, okay? Don't do that. don't do that. I'm telling y'all right now, don't do that. Stick with the normal fucking serving size and call it a day. Because what ended up happening was like, y'all know when you eat too much and like your stomach settles and you're kind of like, ooh, like, all right, I need to let this sit for a little bit and like let it digest so your stomach doesn't like hurt anymore. That's what I was trying to do, right? But mind you, like the pain was getting worse. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like why did I do that to myself? Because again, the whole entire day I felt great. I felt fine. I felt rejuvenated. I was great. But I ate way too motherfucking much. So I tried to lay down. Laying down was super uncomfortable. Like it low-key felt like I had the stomach bug all over again. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm trying my hardest to keep this food down because it's like, again, like I need, the more I'm getting back to eating like normal and the more my body's used to like digesting food again, the quicker I can eat regular food, right? I'm laying down, tossing and turning. I ended up laying down for maybe like an hour or some change. Ended up getting up again because I literally could not, like I wanted to just go to sleep and take a nap so bad, but I just couldn't. So then I'm like, okay, mind you, like in my chest, like you know when you feel like you have to burp and it's kind of like in your chest, and then like once you burp, like all that pressure is like released. That's what I felt. So I felt a lot of pressure in my chest, like I needed to burp. So I'm sitting up on my bed and I'm just like breathing like in and out, trying to make myself burp. But like the only thing that's coming out is like little mini burps, but like I really need like that nice like belch almost to really help relieve that pressure. So all of a sudden I'm feeling it. I'm like, okay, I'm about to burp. I'm about to burp. Okay, this is it. This is it. Bro, when I go to burp, not only did I burp, but I ended up, and again, I'm sorry to anybody that's possibly eating while they're watching this. Again, I warned you until we talk about the stomach bug here, people. None about the stomach bug is pretty or appetizing, okay? But anyways, I ended up throwing up like this like this thick clear liquid. Like it wasn't water and it was like thick. And I definitely do know that was because of the fact that I ate way too much. I drank way too much Pedialyte. Again, I'm over here sipping on this Pedialyte like it's motherfucking juice, and you're not supposed to be doing that. Like you're only supposed to have a certain amount. Pedialyte has sodium in it. It has potassium in it. Like all the electrolytes that you lose from throwing up and being dehydrated, that's what's in Pedialyte. That's the reason why Pedialyte helps you rehydrate as much as it does. But that's another reason why you're not supposed to go overboard with the rate. So I ended up throwing that up. Felt better, but I still had a lot of pressure in my stomach and I was still feeling pressure in my chest or whatever. Like I still needed to burp more. So then I decided, so then of course I had to clean up and stuff like that, which thank God I was able to like not get anything on my bed and everything ended up falling on the floor. So again, I have hardwood floors, so all I had to do was just mop it up real quick. So after I got done with that, I'm still hella uncomfortable. Stomach still feeling funny, chest still feeling like I gotta burp some more. So then I'm walking back and forth between the kitchen and the living room to like help move things along or whatever. All of a sudden I feel like I have to burp again. But again, I'm like, okay, bet, like let me just go and burp in front of the trash can just in case anything comes out. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I went over to the trash can, and again, thank God I did, because bro, when I ended up burping again, not only did I throw up like that weird like thick clear liquid again, I also ended up basically projectile vomiting everything that I ate. Mind you, the can wasn't no small Campbell's chicken noodle soup can. Like it was like a big can like this. All of that I threw up, plus the sandwich, plus basically all the Pedialyte. So literally y'all, it was like I was back at square one. When I tell y'all, I literally did not do anything for the rest of the day. I felt like I was sick all over again. Y'all do not understand how angry I was with myself, because if it was not for the fact that I sat up here and got carried away and ate too dang much, I would not be in this position. So literally all day Friday, same thing, bro. Like I literally, like I would say like after 12 is when I fucked myself up. But then thank God Saturday morning, I felt the same way I felt on Friday, but now at this point, I'm scared to eat again. So I ended up taking it really easy. I did end up being able to eat like a couple bites of the chicken noodle soup. I let that settle, and then I basically just repeated the process. Your girl's good again. Tomorrow is gonna mark officially a week since that Sunday. So thank God your girl is finally out of the slumps. Your girl is finally not sick anymore. With all that being said, moving into the last thing that I wanted to talk about, y'all know those situations where like you're sick for so long and you're in so much pain for so long, and then once you're finally not in that state anymore, it's like a lot of stuff that I used to whine and complain about, I'm just like, yo, ain't none of that even matter. Ain't none of that even matter. I'm not in pain no more. All the parking is annoying around here. I'm not in pain right now. You know, XYZ is going on. I'm not in pain right now. Like that's literally what my mindset has been ever since I stopped being sick. Like y'all do not understand. Like I'm not nauseous. I can eat like a normal person. I can function. I can drive. Like y'all do not understand how off I felt that week. Like bro. So all that being said, like, not only do I feel like I just have a new just sense of gratitude and just overall gratefulness for my life in general, but also I feel like me being sick like that was like almost like a life slash like body reset. Because when I tell y'all, like, I feel like I have more energy, I've been more hungry throughout the day, and not hunger as in
Like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm starving.
but like I actually have an appetite. Like, I've been more consistent at the gym this past week, and my body, oh yeah, also too, cannot believe I was about to skip over that. Tell me how when I went to go weigh myself at Patient First, so of course that's one of the things they make you do or whatever, I lost 15 pounds. I literally dropped 15 pounds. So with that being said, like, I'm just very much like, hey, like, I'm not trying to gain the weight back. If y'all want to be technical, I am in the process of losing weight again, because my goal weight is still 150. Your girl, I feel as though I've been more consistently hungry throughout the day, which is technically, you're supposed to be hungry throughout the day as far as you eating multiple meals throughout the day. Like, you're not supposed to only eat 1 o'clock and then eat again at 6 and that's it. And that's basically how I've been eating. Like, I really haven't had the biggest appetite in the morning, and when I do get hungry in the morning, I would have that really bad and annoying habit of going downstairs to the kiosk and getting Pringles, cheese, Doritos, Slim Jims, Cheez-Its. Like, obviously all those foods are technically not good for you, and that's not technically a good breakfast. But all that being said, like, I feel like me being sick was definitely a blessing in disguise, because again, my sense of gratitude, just my overall outlook on life in general, I'm just a lot more like, oh my gosh, like, I have an amazing life. Like, I genuinely love my life. Like, of course there's certain things that I'm working towards and certain goals that I have, but as far as where I'm currently at right now, I'm genuinely very happy. Like, I'm extremely blessed, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, like with me building better habits, like, I feel like I'm finally out of like my, like, I wouldn't call it bed rotting, I'm more of a couch rot type of person, not gonna hold y'all, because when I lay in bed, I'm usually knocked out within like 30 minutes. Like, I get very comfortable in my bed very easily. It's not hard for me to go to sleep at all unless I'm sick. And it's just like, in general, like when it comes to my content, when it comes to my work ethic, like, I feel like for a while, especially towards the end of last year, I feel like I had kind of like a thick like gray fog over me in a way, and it's like I feel like once I wasn't sick anymore, that fog went away. So again, like, I just feel like I got like a body reset and also a life reset. But yeah, with all that being said, definitely more content is to come. My main thing is just trying to figure out how exactly to fit into my schedule as far as editing content goes, but your girl's gonna figure it out in Jesus' mighty name. I do have a couple of videos already lined up, it's just I have to actually edit them, so that's literally the only thing. But yeah, but with all that being said, definitely more to come. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I know your girl has been very annoying and inconsistent for basically the past year and some change, to be honest. Like, ever since I lost my job, I had to move out of my apartment and stuff. Life has definitely been life-in, and my life definitely has been shaken up, but I can finally say that I feel like I'm in a really good place right now, and that's just such an amazing feeling. Like, it just goes to show, like, yeah, you have those dark moments, but again, it don't last forever, y'all. It really doesn't. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, make sure you guys go ahead and check out your girl's other content. Again, more content to come. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl down below if you guys wanted to see more of me and my life and all the craziness that's associated with it. I hope you guys have a great day or evening or whatever time you guys happen to be watching this, and I'll definitely see you guys in my next one.